Ooh, I got the worst kink in my neck. Who's ready? Yes. Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Right. And shine. It's another beautiful day to be alive. Your boy Marky Saint waking up, and I found a place. That's right, I found my place last night after everybody was yelling at me and being rude to me and being snarky to me, and I wore out my welcome, and it was time to go. I figured it out. I put $1,000 down on a new house, and it's just me and a roommate and two dogs, two men and two dogs, and we're making it motherfucking happen. Why is this thing going crazy? I don't want to start a poll. I don't want to be zoomed in on. I want to start the morning motivation like I do every morning to reach, preach, and teach to everyone just how easy it is to focus on life when we don't put so much energy into the negative. And this is how we make a way. This is how we keep finding a way. And this is how we keep making it happen, Captain. Let's go. Morning motivation, Saints addiction. Why is it zooming in? It keeps. There we go. Bless up with me if you will. Got some weed, got a new roommate, and got a new situation, and it took a while. You know, it takes a minute, bro. When you're trying to look for the solution and your friends are sweating you every day, it gets worse, you know, and they're looking to make all their world problems your problems, or take it out on you, which seems to be the bigger issue. People like to get things taken out on them, and I'm just like, I'm not the one, you know? I'm not the one to start shit. I'm the one to finish shit. And that's exactly what I did. I fucking finished it, bro. I didn't fucking wait around for them to have the conversation with me, or, you know, wait for it to get worse. I said my piece. I said, man, this girl's gonna talk shit to you and it's gonna be all bad. And he was like, yeah, well, it's my situation. It's the way that I want it, you know? And I was like, cool, bet, you know, and keep on keeping on. And I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do to make my life a reality. And we went to karaoke last night with my new business partner, and it was good. It was good to break bread and sing songs. And I brought Jenny Face with me. She was singing on the way up. You know what I mean? It was good to have people that we could expand with, people that wanted to vibe, people that were very hospitable and nice, and doing all the things that we as people are all trying to do, right? We're all trying to grow, and we're all trying to find a way. And I think those of us that find a team finds the way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy because it's full of slippery slopes of us going back to similar cycles of abuse. You know, you'd be surprised at what you get used to. I was surprised too. I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. This kind of crazy talk with the children and yelling at babies, and doing infighting and all that toxic behavior. I don't even think they know how toxic they can be. You know, I don't think most people know how toxic their thoughts can be, how toxic their words can be, how toxic their life actually is. And then I got into a quiet situation. Pulled up and the homie was chill. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, princess.
Don't talk to me. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Uh, uh, can I hug you though? Don't talk to me. And I found a way. You know, I had to find a way because everything else was starting to pin me in. Oh, that's just me. I was taking up my paper. I cleaned it all off your floor inside. It was coming out of my shoes. I bled for you.
For me?
Yes, yeah, already this morning.
Fuck.
Yeah. Bite off some of this dead skin so we can heal again. And that's this morning's motivation. I got a lighter for you right here. But I'm not allowed to talk to you. I'm only allowed to give it to you. Alright. Grumpy butt. So the rest of us waking up shining because we need to. I needed a touchdown so bad I could barely see my forest through my trees. I got pinned in, and somewhere between abuse and a way out. I found a way out. And I think that's the hardest part for people to do is when you're in a situation is looking for better ways, imagining better ways, picturing it, visualizing it, manifesting it. And that's exactly what I did. I said, there's got to be somebody in this valley that smokes weed like me, about my same age, just needs the room to be rented out and everything will be okay. And that's exactly what happened. Homeboy was swinging 3 grand by himself, 2,500 plus 500, 3 grand a month. Just threw me just threw him $1,000. I'm of help. I'm of service. Blood, sweat, and tears. I put it in, and I flipped the script. I think it's been because I've been feeding the homeless. I think it's because they've been busting my ass at these conventions. And I think it's because I'm supposed to settle here in Vegas and make a little home base headquarters to be able to make anything possible. I got an extra bedroom. So there's 2 rooms actually. I paid for 2 rooms and make an office out of the other room. So I got a room full of big screen TVs, big as walls, and he's playing video games and he's smoking weed and we talked for hours on end. And it was like we needed to meet. We needed to be, he's like the math guy and he's a hard worker and he's a serial entrepreneur. And I'm like the conceptual guy with multiple domain names that knows tech and help him with the parts that he needs. And I was like, this is more than a roommate situation. This is a business opportunity. And with a 1/4 acre lot, they got a big backyard. He's thinking about parking the food truck in the back. So we would do barbecues. You can do fire pits, food trucks, you name it. It was a whole day of just making money moves, making relationship moves. I needed to rub elbow with my new business partner just to show that we could get along. And next thing you know, we're singing karaoke, and he's got my back on the backup dancer, backup singer, chorus lines. I'm like singing, and we're in his house and I hear his voice doing the female a cappella parts. It's like, yes, bro, even in karaoke you can find a team. Even if it's just singing in someone's living room, you're practicing. And that's what we were doing yesterday. We were practicing friendship, introducing a long relationship. It's not just a handshake in a parking lot. It's like, oh yeah, we went to events together. We've been through some shit together. We know how to communicate together. Hell, we even know how to sing karaoke together. Pretty cool shit. Same with the other guy sitting there breaking bread. Like, what are we going to do for business? What are we going to do to take over? And how are we going to make it happen? Because we're 2 boys that are the same age trying to pay rent. And we need to make it happen, Captain. And that's what it is. Finding a way. Not dreading the whole way. I don't spend my energy on what I can't fix. I don't put my energy on things I imagine. And I definitely am not trying to grow weeds in my fields, I smoke my weeds. I don't grow the weeds. And part of that was just like finding a way. I had to trust the universe. Said, okay, you find a way. Shit, I found an apartment. Took a nap, woke up, and the first thing that was on my phone was this apartment. While they were talking shit about me in the other room, I looked up that apartment and I made a plan to just go over there and get it handled. Okay, you guys can talk shit about me, but you still have to live your life. Still young kids, yelling at babies. That's always fun. And that kind of negativity, that kind of toxicity, you have to find a way away from that. You're going to have to find the way away from it in your own brain. So it's like you're trying to escape your way. That's finding a way out. And then there's another crab in a barrel trying to bring you back in, trying to get you into an argument, trying to get you into the drama, trying to make something molehills in the mountains. And I'm climbing mountains inside of me. I got bigger mountains to climb and bigger ambitions than that. And you'll be surprised how many parkers, sharkers, and all sorts of motherfuckers on the way up trying to slow you down. What's your excuse? I'm getting lapped by a 1-legged man up the way to Machu Picchu. Like, what's my excuse? He's got one leg, and we're at 17,000 feet elevation, and I'm puffing and I'm going backwards and I'm taking breaks, and I got lapped by a guy with one leg. So when you're up there, you're that high up in the top of the things you believe to be the only one trying hard to climb a mountain. You are not. There are many people going up from base camp to base camp trying to find a way to pay their rent, keep their mind on straight, and grow as a person. Now you know. And it's the more you know. It's the more you know that you can figure out more, figure out another way to, operate you. Because you ain't operating other people. They're not going to change their ways for you. They're not going to bend over and be like, you know what, you're right. I've been abusive to my kids and I should probably stop yelling at them. That's not what they said. They don't say anything like that at all. Instead, they get angrier and angrier and angrier and angrier, and nobody gets happier. And that's what we're working on. We're working on the we're working on figuring out a way to make not only our bills get paid, but also our happiness to get paid. And then take that happiness and pay it forward. And that's what giving Thanksgiving's been giving me. It's been giving me a forward. It's been giving me abundance. It's been giving me deals when I need it. See more planes landing. There it is, Vegas. So I got with some certified hustlers. I got with some certified hustlers. Dangerous out here. Certified dudes like me that were entrepreneurs, and they were serial entrepreneurs. This dude's doing chefing, he's doing dogs, he's doing food trucks, he's doing so many side hustles. I was like, you're my guy, because I side hustle the fuck out of everything too. Same with the other guy, doing the 360 videos and doing the circle light where you can pump in your information and take photos, and then it does the clip art and put bunny ears on our heads, and we were dancing, and it does the boomerang, and then it sends it to you, and then you can do the live. And here I am in this guy's living room with plenty of supplies. He's got the hibachi grill going, you know what I mean? The other guy wants to get a hibachi grill going. I'm surrounded by chefs, I'm surrounded by hustlers. I'm surrounded by love, or I try to keep it that way. People that know me and love me and take care of me, and I give it back the same. That's the new operation. It's like people that don't play that way need to go play somewhere else or far away from me. Or, I say I don't fuck around. IDFA. It's because I don't fuck around. And if you fuck around, then get the fuck away from me. I don't want to be around people that want to lie or don't want to move ahead or don't want to get healthy or don't want to start this or want to find a way. And there's plenty of people that just want to stay and they'll just sit there in their shit like the baby that shit on me. What else are you gonna do? Change your own diaper? Well, as adults, you can. As a baby, they got an excuse. They haven't learned yet. But isn't this the reach, preach, and teach of the morning? Is instead of looking at the solution in the box like a Rubik's Cube and the outside colors, it'd be the inside colors. Like if my colors are good on the inside and they're matching, then my outside colors get opportunities. They get jobs. They get money flow. They get networking. It opens it all up. Versus the guy that just sits there smoking a blunt and go, I hate my life and everything's wrong and I got no money and I got no girl and everything sucks. That's not a way to paint a picture. That's not a healthy way of figuring it out. And when I sit there in the mornings and I listen to my Neville Goddard, which I hope Jenny's been listening to in the mornings, the video I sent you, Neville Goddard, never listened to it. Oh my God, it's so good. So anyway, I'll play it after this. This one's failing me. But good vibes of, what am I manifesting? What am I putting my energy towards? Is it towards fear? Is it towards excuses? Is it towards this negative outcome? Possibly. Possibly. But if I'm going to sit there, I'm going to sit up there and think of ways that I can build the apartment of my dream. I can build the house of my dream. I can build my barnuminium. Did I say it right?
Barndominium.
Barnuminium, because there will be a way. when Jenny says it, I actually see it. I'm like, this bitch don't lie to me. She always says something like, I'll just do it myself. And sure as shit, you know, like you gotta get out of a stubborn way. I know I'm stubborn. And you say it, and it almost is that real. Just as soon as you say it, it's almost that real. And then you get some digital references, and then you send a couple memes, and then you send a couple videos, and then you go, yeah, I can do this. I can do this job. I can do a bar minimum. You know, I can watch a baby. I can find a way. And even if my brain, as I sat there, couldn't figure it out, let it carve ways of figuring it out. I let it go into realms of maybe I haven't met that person yet. You know, what am I doing? I'm making allies, business allies with some of my roommates and my new Saint Storage business partner, all the way to Innisec. I got about 5 solid dudes around me instead of dudes sitting around talking about, let's just smoke weed, or let's complain about our girlfriends. Right. Everybody's dick's in the dirt? I don't think so, dude. I want to be rock hard, dick in the air, pointing north, all compass, all energy, nice forza, just going in the direction of something that moves away from what I'm at right now. So I remember one time we were sitting downtown. Yeah, I was sitting at my old apartment, and there was just some fucking random thought. I want to do stencils. I want to do stencils. No, no sorries needed. I spit show. And the stencils were literally just cardboard sitting in the garbage can. So I went into the dumpster, went outside, had no plans, had nothing to do with my life. And I said, just get up and walk and start moving. And I didn't have to go far. I went to my door, and there was this big cardboard box for the hot water heater, real thick. And I started carving, and I started cutting, and I started designing, and I started hugging and loving and rubbing, and it grew. It really grew. I was shocked. I was shocked that I had nothing to do. I had no direction, and then all of a sudden, I had a project. I was immersed. I was involved. I was carving. I was designing. I was moving. I was motion. I was me motion instead of emotion. Instead of another couple hours being on that same proverbial couch, technically it is the same couch when I was in, or do I get the opportunity to get out of prison, get out of my own mental prison, and do something with my energy? This energy, the inner gangster that says, you know what, you can do something with your life. You know what, you need to get up and shake a toe feather. You know what, you should probably just make something happen. And then you got the Make It Happen Captain new design, and it's coming out and stuff. But to be in your own head and be like, all right, I'm gonna do something with my energy. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move me away from the suffering that I'm in, off this motherfucking couch, and this thinking, this cycle of, okay, I'm so depressed, I might as well just flick my life away. I'm not finger banging no girls, so I might as well finger bang my phone, and then, oh, just hopeful that somebody will send me the right message, the right person will love me the right way, and all I have to do is swipe up. I doubt it. You know, I think the best part of it is being involved with it. You know, being able to rise up and say, you know what, I don't want it this way no more. And I put enough me motion involved into it that it has to change trajectory. It doesn't get to stay the same. And even if it wanted to, it fights back. And that's what we're talking about, is that fight back, that um, I'm going to fight finding a way. Maybe I don't have to beat myself up so much. Maybe I don't have to go over the numbers once and over and over and over. If I make $200 today, and then that's $1,000, and then I'm all safe. And then they sit ruminating on the numbers, and instead of being in their mind about, you know, a beautiful woman and a beautiful relationship and a beautiful baby, their minds are on, let's pay this rent, let's pay, how much money can I make, and then how much money can I spend. I made the graph. You can go see it. It doesn't work that way. And I think that's the sales job of this 21st century, is to say that in a matter of convenience, in a matter of connection, in a matter of global communication, why aren't we more sophisticated? Why aren't we more educated? Why aren't we less emotional? And it turned out it just fed into us. The Meta, the Facebook, they like college. What do we like to do? Well, we like to share. So they use that part in us, but it's not the same as sharing and feeding the homeless, and it's not the same as sharing and educating someone, and it's not the same as sharing and giving, right? No, no, no. This is more like I shared a photo, I shared an instant, I shared a feeling. And when you share feelings, usually you're failing, right? You know what I mean? We like to, misery loves company. You know, we love the verbal vomit on people. We love to just sit there and go, I don't feel better. You feel better yet? Verbal vomit all over the place, over themselves, all over the energy, all over the vibe, all over the atmosphere. And you're like, really, bro? That's how you're going to play it? You're going to be that way with your energy? You're going to just spend the whole day and time talking shit about people, yelling at babies, making things worse? Okay. Well, eventually, nobody's going to need someone like that. You know what I mean? No one's going to need anyone to make it worse in their head. Wake up, it's already bad. And then wake up, it's bad. And then that mouth is bad. And then it makes everything bad. It's like, yeah, let's just talk about how bad the kids are. Let's just talk about how, let's talk shit about our friends. Let's talk shit about our lovers too. Shit, I'm going to talk shit about you when you leave. I should have recorded it. My homie Justin didn't deserve it. But, it's sad. But look, you look like shit because you've been talking too much shit and eating too much shit. It's not a shocker. To get away from it, you would have to bring the light, eat the light, start eating fruits, start getting outside, start going for walks, and then it'll come out of you. If you're the type of person that thinks it's just going to shine because, roses smell like poo poo and rainbows, sunshine's coming out your asshole too. No, mostly saints, we still have our halos and horns, but it's orienting it. It's like you got to choose to put that halo on in the morning. You got to choose to say, I want the shine. Because if I go to the dark side, and I know you know what I'm talking about, going to Star Wars side, dark side, where everything's bad. You talk about your childhood, right? Talk bad about your parents, talk bad about your lovers. And then you just motherfucked everybody. You sound like 50 Cent's son, where he's just like, why does my dad not love me and pay my child support? Bro, you're 26 years old. You know? The support is over. You don't supposed to support yourself. Your 10 grand, 20 grand a month ain't enough, but you better make it work. You better find a way. You better stop beating yourself up every day and telling yourself the fucking negative shit and start finding options and maybe there's some hard work in it. Maybe you're on the way on the treadmill. Like Dustin said, calm your mind. Go on a bike ride. You can't buy it. It's not going to happen by finger fucking your phone more. And it's not going to happen until you get out into nature. And it's not going to happen until you unplug from the matrix and put this fucking phone down, turn this TV off. And it won't happen until you gather all your senses. Hard to do when you're splitting attention. Your eyeballs are going to TVs and your mouth is going over to phones and your dick's going over to the videos. We're spent. We're spinning. But I didn't want us to spin out of control. I didn't want people to be out of their elements, I wanted people to find a way every day, finding a way to a better source, and if not, imagining way, or if not, pretending a way. If we can pretend that there's a sky daddy, if we can pretend that there's karma, if we can pretend that we aren't in control of our lives, why can't we pretend that we are in control of our lives, that we are accountable, and that things have happened this way because it was designed that way, or we had made some chess moves to get in that situation. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to have the real conversation about their habits and why the situations are the same. They didn't want to add any new elements or a catalyst or something to get the trajectory to be off the course that it's already on. But people won't do that. They want to put it in a magical fairyland called Disneyland. They want to put it on somebody else, their parents. It's somebody else's job to make the chess moves for them. It's somebody else's job to move their body and their mind. They're just an emotional bag, a meat sack around some skeletal bones because they can't leave it alone. They simply don't know how. They're simply stuck in routine, stuck in emotional traps. The smart mices of the world. You want to leave this trap. And I know we hit a lot of walls. They'd be like, well, shit, if I have rent, then I got to keep working. I got to telling a homie, no ma'am, no sir, I will be leaving this apartment, especially probably by November. And with that energy, you can come with me too. The idea is to find a way out, to get other rats that want to help you to the ladder out. You know, what do other people do? I'm thinking of movies like what's the movie where the Great Escape, right? And all these guys are digging tunnels and they're manipulating the guards and they're making it hard for the guards to guard them. So the troops, so it takes more troops to watch the prisons than be on the front line and cover it up when everybody else is just singing. They cover up the hole and no one thinks that it's there. All sorts of slick ingenuity of getting out, figuring out. You never found a human being more focused than like a prisoner. Somebody that's sitting there all day without any TV, without any cell phone, without any distraction, spending all their time inside of their brain figuring a way out. Yeah. Shawshank Redemption, Scoop by Scoop, you know what I mean? The fucking leg holes. We spend a lot of time in our heads, and I don't think it's the time is spent on figuring it out or imagining. I think it's literally fixating and it's like obsessing, and it's just like this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Rattles off your anxiety, rattles off your fears, rattles around in your brain till that's all you spent your energy on. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't warm, it didn't glow, right? Instead, you went to the deep, dark recesses of your brain and started pumping that fucking neural pathway and that dopamine map and saying, you know what, I'm so emotionally unstable, my bills suck, let's go purchase something else. That'll make us feel better. You know, let's go get some ice cream. Let's go get some fast food. Let's go get some sex. Let's go distract ourselves, making more worse financial decisions, worse health decisions, and making worse choices. And you're just like, how do I end up putting myself down like this? It was just like, because you keep going back to these things as they're the solutions. That's the morning motivation. If you look at escapism as a solution, you're avoiding the knowing, you're avoiding the finding, you're avoiding the results, or actually you're making the results the same. So it's hard to escape. You know, my friend's like, I'm getting off social media, I'm mentally healthy after my birthday. Of course not, because you thought the birthday was going to come save you. All this digital love or fake, what do you call it? Fake attention or thoughts and prayers. You know what I mean? It's not the same as having a real birthday, having a real cake at real friends, and not at your work, and not at the strip club, and not when somebody puts wrapping paper on your closet. There's not even a closet. It's a locker room, you know, the old lockers from high school. Someone wrapped their thing, and I'm thinking that doesn't have to feel that way, you know. But you decided to go into work, you decided to go drink, you decided to be a stripper, and now we know what it's gonna be. Low vibes. So we might dress up our maze. We might put posters up in our prison. We might even spray paint it a little bit. But these aren't your forever homes. Just like Justin told me, this ain't your forever home, and it wasn't, and it isn't. And thank God I moved out. I found a way, and it just makes me feel healthier. Sure, I'm spending a lot more money than I did, but peace of mind, clean environment, and a hustler next to me. So when I wake up, someone else is trying to hustle, someone else is getting it, someone else is flexing their muscle. Maybe even get some gym shit and equipment out there. You know, why fucking not? Why not? Maybe get my old heavy bag back. Now I got a backyard. So, you know, it's all about persisting and willing and finding and that you will see inside yourself that there's a possibility. You know, I'm possible instead of impossible. I just gotta sit here and look at the chess moves long enough, and the chess moves are important. So instead of me being compulsive or fearful or misunderstanding, I make bad moves. But if I sit there and I watched other people's games and learned from their mistakes and sat long enough for the moves to make sense to me, then I make a move. I make money moves, you know, and that's what I did. And now I found a place to stay. I had enough money to just move in for rent and deposit, figured a way and found a way. And now it's Mark Saint's Addiction. We outside. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be fucking finding a way to get away from those other things. Peace. I'll see you. Thank you very much. Bye.